a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
Wow.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard until sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Ah, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm not hurting anyone. Ah, let's live.
Oh, well, sorry, but you didn't see the intro. Don't worry about it. You didn't see the intro. It's no big deal. It'll be on the reruns. Oh, you saw it. I didn't see it. Well, I'll see it on the rerun. Hello, everybody out there. And welcome to the Gagootz Show. Unfortunately, the Gagootz is not here because he has a cold. We tested him for COVID. He doesn't have COVID, but he's coughing. And I'm like, you're not doing the show tonight, coughing all over the guests. It's not happening. So he stayed home, but he's watching. Hi, Benny. How you doing? So tonight, guys, we have an extremely special show because the person that is going to be here this evening does not do television, but he's doing it for moi. So Teddy Smith will be right over here, actor, comedian, and now movie star, talking about his films in maybe about 4 minutes from now. And we have another surprise guest that I'm not telling you who it's going to be until the surprise guest comes in after we do a little video with my friend Teddy. But I want to just take a second to thank our sponsors because without them, we wouldn't be able to do things like we have our own coffee mugs. Yes, we do. So we have merch. We now have merch. But chances are we're going to be giving our merch to our guests as complimentary gifts. It doesn't have anything in it, but I'm so excited. Look at how it matches. Isn't that so cool? I love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so I had to write notes because, usually Benny's here, and when I forget, he remembers, and vice versa. But that's not happening today. So I would like to thank Vertex Physical Therapy, which is located in 2 places, 7 Main Street in Hempstead and 46 West Suffolk Avenue in Central Islip. And there's going to be a little video on there later. And let me say this. In 2018, when I was in an unfortunate accident, I had to have serious surgery done on my back. I've got 4 posts and 9 screws in my back. And if it was not for Vertex Physical Therapy and Honeybell, I would not be, in my opinion, I won't be walking today because I would not take, once I got off all the heavy drugs that they gave you for the pain, I did not want to get hooked on it to anything. So I was there 3-4 times a week. And I'm telling you, if you've got neck problems, back problems, it doesn't have to be in an accident. They work with they work with everything. I mean, you just go there. Whatever hurts you, she'll fix it. Trust me. The other thing is Key Loves Jewelry and Key Cutlery. Now, I wear their jewelry on the show, because except for this one here, which Janice Massetti gave me, because she'll be yelling at me later. I wear their jewelry on the show. I love their stuff. It doesn't tarnish, doesn't do it. It's great jewelry for an incredible price that everybody can afford. And Key Cutlery, he's got everything. He's got self-defense stuff, guys. I mean, I have pepper spray and I've got a zapper and everything. I mean, he's got great stuff. And we'll have a beautiful advertisement for them later. And they are located at 2860 Middle Country Road in Lake Grove in Retro Relics. He also has a spot in Oakdale called Remember Yesteryear, where you can get some of his stuff, which is absolutely wonderful. Then there's Cindy Anna Nails, and they're located, that's where I get my nails done, and they're located at 111 West Main Street in East Islip. And then there's Lori's Little Nook, which is located in Remember Yesteryear, which is also in Oakdale at 901 Montauk Highway in Oakdale. See if I don't write that down. You think someone that's 71 years old is going to remember this? She's not. Anyway, there's one thing I want. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you about that later. I'm not going to tell you about that now. All right, so maybe some of you saw me on Calamity Jones's podcast last week. I was on Calamity Jones's podcast. You can find her on social media, her Facebook page, and then just I'm on her Facebook page right now. You can go watch me. We did a one-on-one. It was really very good. And January 30th, Benny and I are both going to be on Joey Petroni's podcast, which is over in Governor's in Levittown. And we're going to be doing that on the 30th. All this you can find on my social media page and stuff. Now, we switched social media pages on Facebook. It now says Nancy and Benny Shenanigans, The Gagootz Show. So everybody that's on the page that says The Gagootz Show, switch over to Nancy and Benny Shenanigans, The Gagootz Show. It was just easier for me to do that than to switch everything that was on there for the last 16 months. We're also on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, you name it, we're there. Just put Nancy Rizzuti and everything will pop up, no big deal. And that's about all I really want to talk about, other than I'm wishing my husband feels better. And so we're going to go to a commercial, and then we're going to come back with Mr. Teddy Smith. Yes, from Manhattan. I picked him up at the train station. So we'll be right back. Go to commercial. Thanks, Bobby. And we are back. Hi, everybody. And look who is here with us. Comedian headliner from Manhattan, who's going to be at, let's put up that really quick right now. He has a comedy show coming up January 26th right here. Go get your tickets. You see that right there? Get your tickets now. Go online and get those tickets. All right? Let's just start out with that. So, Teddy, he's an actor now. He's a movie star. He has done 2 fantastic movies. He did Tomorrow's Today. Tomorrow's Today, which you can find on Roku, right?
Roku, what's it? Amazon
Prime.
Yeah, and is it Fuji or?
Fuji Wooji.
Yeah, Fuji Wooji.
Fuji Wooji.
Bookie.
Bookie Bookie and all those things like that. Which is
pretty much all the streaming channels.
Yeah,
just
put it in, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
You know. But he now is in a new movie, which is a Western, which is just like incredible, because you had told me that you actually went up to Washington
Washington State.
State, and did this in the wilderness.
Oh, and I was playing a mountain man.
He's playing Mountain Man.
A city guy playing a mountain man.
City guy played. That is pretty funny, right?
Yeah, that's
there.
pretty funny.
Now that's good acting right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Central Park is the closest I've gotten to the woods.
To trees and grass like that.
And even in Central Park, I'm like looking around, like, ugh.
So you were telling me about this one thing with the snake?
Yeah, in one scene, the director's like, walk over there and tell the girls to come follow you. So it's like grass and wood and everything. So I'm walking confident.
Okay.
Because I don't know. So I'm walking, and all of a sudden I step, and the snake goes. I'm like, ah! I scream just like that. And they're like, cut.
We don't want
Mountain
that.
men don't scream like that.
I love it.
It was a big snake though. It was like it was beautiful snake though. It was black and blue.
Do you know what kind of a
I
snake
think
it
it was
was?
a garter snake or something like that.
A garden snake?
A garter.
A garter. A
Yeah.
garter.
It was big though.
Think it was poisonous?
No, they said it wasn't, but I wasn't. I wasn't taking no chances. I wasn't gonna like, well, you poisonous. I'm not poisonous.
I have to ask you questions.
I have to
Snake.
ask you some questions before I run.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your whole experience with this, making this film.
It was hard work. People don't realize acting is hard work, because you see the movie and you're like, oh, it looks pretty easy, but you shoot like 500 shots, you know, this way, that way, behind you, and you got to remember your lines. Now I have my lines down.
You memorized them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when it say action, now you like, oh, what was that line again? You know, do you know your lines? Yeah, I knew them yesterday. I don't, you know, I just.
So there's no like teleprompter
You
or anything.
panic. But then when you get into a rhythm, like, you know, your confidence is there and the director's not yelling at you, then you start to calm down and you're like, okay, I can do this. And after like 2 days, I caught my rhythm, you know.
And you got into it.
Oh yeah, I got into it. I was like
Yeehaw!
total mountain man. Yeah, I was like, hey, what you girls doing in here?
I know.
I couldn't use my real voice because that doesn't sound like a mountain man. You know, what you girls doing in here? Get out of here! You ain't supposed to be in here. Take them shoes off. You know?
So you really, besides acting and remembering everything, you had to like change your whole persona.
I changed my voice, yeah, and then I had to change my attitude because I'm a mountain man. Like, there's a scene where I'm supposed to walk in this mud and in the stream. I'm supposed to pull this dead animal out of the water. So he's like, all right, action. So I walk down and I kind of like tipped, like, I don't want to get my feet all wet. So I'm like, kind of like, he's like, cut. Hey, Teddy, you're a mountain man. You're supposed to stop and just grab. I was grabbing the animal like, I don't want to get this. Here you go. He's like, oh, mountain man, you just reach in there and grab it. Like, but you get your hands all dirty.
Was it a fish?
No, it was a dead squirrel.
Oh no!
I had to grab it. I was like,
Oh.
can I wash my hands after I do this scene? You know?
Oh, God.
Because like I said, I'm not a mountain man. But when you see the movie, you're going to go, well, he's a mountain man. I became a mountain man after 3 days. And it was like,
Wow.
Now I'm stomping in there and you get out of there. I'm like, I'm a mountain man after that.
Did you have to actually take it and like pretend you were
No.
eating it? Oh.
I actually just put it in their face and told them.
Oh, to the girls.
Yeah, like, don't you drink out of this stream, because there's dead animals in there.
But mountain men cook squirrels and eat them when they're alive.
Yeah, I heard about that. I had never eaten a squirrel before.
No,
Though.
I've never. No, but I know someone that has.
I used to catch them when I was a kid, but I never ate them.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to catch them. I used to catch all kinds of things, birds. I love the animals, so.
So this was really a good part for you, because nature.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to hang out in the woods, as a kid. But when I got older, it's like, there's nothing there for me.
No, I hear you
And
there.
I moved to the city, and I lived in New York for a while, so
Yeah.
I'm a
No, I
city
did
guy.
too.
I'm a city guy now, and I forgot all about the woods and all that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
and turtles, and
You see a tree every now and then in Manhattan, and it's like, What are you doing here?
Yeah, that's funny though. You don't see a lot of trees.
No, it's when you walk around Long Island, you see trees everywhere. In Manhattan, it's like
No
there's
trees.
a tree. Oh,
There's a
where'd
tree.
that
There's a
tree come
squirrel.
from?
There's a rabbit. You see roaches in Manhattan and rats.
Oh, roaches and rats are all over Manhattan. I mean,
Rats are the city squirrels,
yes, yes. I mean, you walk down at nighttime,
and they walk beside you.
and they walk right with you.
right with you, and like,
Right with you, and they're not afraid of you either.
that's the crazy thing. Like pigeons. You ever notice pigeons not afraid of people?
Oh no, they walk. There'll be a whole bunch of pigeons, and you walk right
Right
through
through
them,
them, and
they
they move just a little bit, and they give you an attitude like.
What are you doing here? Let me just poop on your shoe on your way. I'm gonna poop on
I'm
you.
gonna poop on your car.
I'm gonna poop on your car, poop on your shoe, And then on the skyscrapers, you'll see trees and different, things
Yeah.
on people's balconies and everything. But that's about it. But back to the movie
So
now.
the movie, yeah, it's about two girls. They're wealthy girls that get pushed out into the wilderness by their relatives, and they get lost out there. And I save them from a bear. A bear's about to eat them, and
Oh.
I run in and save them from the bear. But I'm a loner. See, I don't like to be around people. That's why I went up in the mountains, because I want to be by myself. I don't like people. And then they show up. These two young girls show up, and I can't leave them out there, by themselves. So I kind of help them, but I don't want to be around them. I don't like them. But as the movie goes on, I start to like them and start to help them, teach them how to hunt, teach them how to make fire, how to eat bugs, and all this stuff.
So they're really out there.
They
look like
they have
know nothing.
zero survival skills.
Zero survival.
Zero. They don't even, and where they used to live, they never even been in a kitchen.
Oh, so they're rich, or they were
Wealthy,
rich.
wealthy,
Very
wealthy.
wealthy. And this is around the time of the Depression,
1932.
1932.
Yeah.
So that has to be closer. Did they get cars from back then?
Yeah, I think they had cars, because I had a truck in my.
In yours?
Yeah, I had a nice truck that they destroyed.
Oh, so there's action in this.
Oh
movie.
yes, it's action. There's bears. There's wolves. There's assassins. It's funny though. The girls, the girls in the movie are very funny.
Then they've done movies before.
Yeah, they done more stuff than me.
Than you have.
Yeah, they used to help. They were helping me on the set.
Oh.
They're really nice girls.
I know there was somebody else that was Timothy
Hines. He
is the
directed it.
director.
Yeah.
And he directed the other movie that you were in also.
Tomorrow's Today.
Tomorrow's
Where
Today.
I play a detective in that one.
I
Got my afro
saw
going
that.
on.
I love that movie. I said I had to watch it again because I forgot about, when you get old, you forget about things.
He's a really good director. Like, he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he is like, you'll question and go, why am I doing that? And then later on you go, oh, okay. Yeah, he's really good.
Patient.
Good and great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, that's
patient.
what, I've never heard anything bad about him, that's for sure.
No, he's very nice. Sometimes I say, man, you're a little too nice. You gotta,
Don't be so nice, Timothy.
yeah, curse some people out sometimes.
Yeah, let them know.
Let
You're
them
the
know,
boss.
Yeah, definitely.
You're the boss, Timothy.
Very good.
We
Very
know
good
we
guy.
know you're there. We know you're definitely there.
The movie's gonna be a hit though. When it
I
comes out in
think so.
theaters, people are gonna love it because it's funny. It's a lot of drama, and the friendship between me and the two girls grow into something really beautiful. And I think it's gonna teach people,
Oh.
because it's two young white rich girls and an old black man in the mountains. And they get along, and we become family. It's beautiful. It's really nice,
I
and
really
you can see
can't
the
wait
growth.
to see it.
Oh, it's gonna make. I hope that it makes people start to realize that we're all the same,
That would be nice.
and we can get along. It's gonna show you the love between the three. Like
Wow.
a father and his two daughters. He really cares about them, and they care
Oh.
about him.
And this was up in what did you say,
I think
Washington?
it's a place called Anderson Island up in Washington State, and it's like a isolated place. You had to catch a ferry to it, and it's beautiful. The wilderness there is like, wow, the trees and the grass and the plants and all that stuff. It's like real wilderness. Yeah, like you can't, like it's untouched by people. You know what I mean? Like people come in and destroy a lot of
Yeah.
the wilderness, but
And-
that's untouched.
So there's no garbage and
Yeah,
cigarette
no,
butts
no, like
and all
no,
that wonderful stuff you see in all the parks
no
on Long
heroin
Island.
needles.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
No crack pipes, none of
Yeah.
that stuff.
You see all that stuff
Beautiful.
all over the place on Long Island. It's pathetic.
And the noise, like you hear the birds and you hear like animals. It's relaxing. I went out there, like I would go out there and walk and then stand there and just take in all the energy.
All the beautiful.
Oh God.
It's got to be incredible. I mean,
It
the
is.
trees must be really, really tall. And
I wouldn't want to live there because it's too quiet.
well, when you're used to living in Manhattan,
Yeah, it's like it's too quiet. It's
Yeah.
too quiet for me. And then it gets boring after a while. It's
because when
boring.
I lived in Manhattan, and you came out to Long Island, I had to have the television on all night.
You know, it's when you live in New York for a certain period of time, you can't live anywhere else. Because you can leave New York, but you eventually come back.
Well, because everything. I mean, Long Island has come a long way since I lived there in the '70s, but everything was open all the time. You
Yeah.
wanted anything, you walked out of your apartment, you walked downstairs, and you had all the different restaurants. You could get anything that you wanted, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At that time, you couldn't get any of that out on Long Island. There was no 7-Elevens. You know, there was none of that stuff.
Because you would think if something's open all night long, there's some bad stuff going to happen. Like, so you like cut it off at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Nothing bad happens before 9 o'clock. Everything after is like.
It's after 9 o'clock. And so when I came out here, it was like I would go out and you have to take a car to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't walk out of your apartment building and go.
See, that's why I like the city. You don't need a ar.
Right.
You can just bus, train, cab. I haven't driven in probably maybe 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been about 20 years since I've driven a car.
So do you still have a driver's license? Or
Yeah.
You still have a
I
driver's
haven't,
license?
but I don't let people know it because then they go, you can drive. No, it's expired.
Well, it's
No,
expensive to
I
have a
haven't.
car in the city.
It is. But I just don't like driving.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Some people love it. I don't like it.
Yeah. So no, I love it. Well, I was a school bus driver for 23 years.
23 years.
23 years a school bus driver
With kids?
with kids on Long Island.
Ooh.
Started with the big bus.
Privileged kids, too.
Yeah. Oh, very privileged kids.
That's the worst.
Oh yeah.
They
'Cause
don't know any discipline.
Oh my God. I did the large bus for a while, very short period of time, because that was all the little kids. And you got 60 or 70 kids on a bus, and they're all talking at the same time. I did that for about a week.
Did you ever like scream at them?
Why? If I said, sit down and shut up, they wouldn't do a damn thing I said.
Because they know you can't touch them.
It's like, you can't touch me. There's nothing you
Like,
can
you
do
better
to
turn
me.
around and drive this bus and shut the
Yeah, and shut the hell up, lady.
shut the hell up,
because
lady.
You can't do anything to us.
Mind your business.
Yeah, no, there was nothing we could do.
You look at it as a law.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But then I went and I drove the shorter bus, but then I did private schools. I did St. Anthony's, St. John the Baptist, and the older kids.
What's the difference between the private and the public?
Oh, night and day.
Really?
Night and day. I mean, really night and day. But different, depending on
Behavior,
what
like the
route
kids'
you
behavior.
had. Yeah. To be perfectly honest, I did Central Islip was the longest gig that I did. I did that for probably 9 years. And the majority of my children, well, that wasn't the majority, they were Latino and black children.
I like the way you said that, black. You didn't say that African American. I
Yeah.
never trust white people to say African
No,
American.
they're
When
black.
they say black, I go, I know where I know it's real.
Yeah, and
I like that.
And my black students, I mean, I love them completely, and they were not wealthy. Central Islip in that area is not a wealthy area, you know.
I am shocked.
And I mean, they'd have mothers that were nurses, and they made a good
Right,
living and
had
stuff
good
because they
jobs.
sent their kids to private school. You know, they worked to send their children because they didn't want them in the public school district. Because there's a lot of public school districts, I hate to say on Long Island, they're not the best. And they put their
You'll
kids.
get phone calls now.
Yeah, you better believe it. And they put them into the private schools, and the kids do great. I mean, I have students that ended up becoming, and I can't say that, but football players, baseball players, doctors, lawyers. They all came out fantastic.
Really?
You know, and that's the only, I miss that.
It makes you feel proud, right?
Yeah. I miss that. I miss that. I bump into them sometimes in the shopping malls, and they'll be screaming, "Hey, Miss Nancy," and I'll be going, "Oh,
They call you Miss Nancy.
yeah, Miss Nancy." Like, I'm hoping the heck very polite.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that
Very
when
polite.
kids go Miss whatever your name is,
Oh.
that's respect right there.
Very polite, which is one of the
Miss
reasons.
Lisa, Miss Angie,
Yeah,
like
very polite.
that's a good kid right there.
And then now I see them in the mall, and they have, they're married with children, and their children are like 9, 10, 11.
They're like, "This is my grandchild." You're like, "Grandchild?"
Oh, no, I had one that did that to me a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Like, this is my granddaughter, and I'm like,
What?
when did I drive you?
Yeah, like, you sure I drove you?
Are you sure it was me that drove you? Because you have a grandchild? Well, yeah, I met a doctor, I got married, and we had children right away. I said, but how right away? Because you
Yeah.
graduated when you was like,
18, right? So you
So
met a
how
doctor
right
at
away?
20.
Oh, yeah, 20 years old, 21 years old. We had a baby right away.
Wow.
And so now I'm a grandma. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then now.
Grandmas are sexy now. Grandmas ain't grandmas like they used to be.
No.
Old grandma, like back in the day, grandmas like you didn't want to have sex with grandmas back then.
Oh,
but
no.
these days, grandmas are on Instagram and their panties and bras,
Sure,
and
look
you
at
like
that.
that's a grandma.
Yeah. Well, look at all the movie stars out there that are in their 80s and even the comedians that are old.
Do you see Dolly Parton?
My God, that woman looks amazing. I mean, she
And
really.
she's about 90, right?
She should be. She should be. I mean, she had her breasts reduced, her waist tucked in, and who was ever doing her surgery is doing an incredible. Not like what happened to poor Joan Rivers,
Oh yeah, that was a.
That was so sad.
That was sad. Yeah, that
Oh
was so
my
sad.
God,
So sad.
I cried for weeks, but and I loved her, but yeah, no, I mean even all these Lily Tomlin, all of them. Well, maybe not so much Lily Tomlin, but I love you, baby. But there's a lot out there. There's a lot out. Not like I know her personally,
Right.
but and Whoopi's looking good, and I told you, Whoopi, one day I would be a star. She's fantastic. I love that.
So I can tell you miss those days of school.
I miss
Like,
the days.
how did you handle retirement?
I was forced into retirement because I was in a school bus accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the first time I stopped doing night runs and I did a midday. And I dropped off the students. It was snowing and I was at a red light and somebody rear-ended me twice.
Like boom and boom?
No, like boom, and I got out and I got his license information. I called it in and everything, and he was supposed to back up because he lived down the block. And instead of going in reverse,
He went forward.
as I was getting into the bus.
Like, she gonna write down my tag number.
Exactly. You're going to do that to me,
Yeah, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't have no insurance.
yeah. Well, actually, he was 80-something years old. His driver's license was expired a few
80-something.
years, and he had his leg in a cast. And he was going out for cigarettes before his wife woke up because he knew that there was going to be a
See, he was
storm.
doing wrong right there. Sneaking out the house, not letting his wife know, and then.
And I
get into
ended
an
up with
accident.
4 posts and 9 screws in my back.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was bad for a while. That's why
How long-
Vertex is one of our sponsors because they really helped me get through that. Because I didn't want to, in the beginning I was on morphine and all these heavy duty things, and then I didn't want to be on that stuff. I didn't want to get addicted to anything. So that's when I went for physical therapy. And, they weren't sure if I was going to walk. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm doing great now. I mean, I could tell the weather pretty much.
Yeah, like I fractured my fibula a couple of years ago.
Oh.
And the doctor said, when it heals, you're going to know when the weather changes because you're going to feel it. And I do. When it gets cold or something, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I feel a pain
If
right
it's going to rain, if it's going to snow, you're going to feel that.
And my brother's like, yeah, you're getting old. I hate that when people say, you're feeling pain. You're getting old. Like, it's like old people want you to get old with them. They don't like being old by themselves. So they're like, Like, I'm not old yet. When you gonna be old?
But I am old.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't, before this accident, I was fine. I didn't have any pains or anything.
Nope.
Never broke a bone. Nothing. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. Oh, please, don't even. But anyway, enough about me.
This became therapy right here. This is therapy now.
Everybody came to hear about you.
My comedy and show. We're doing a show this Friday.
We showed that before.
This show this Friday. Oh, they showed that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a great show too.
Yeah, and there it is, right there. See. All right, and everybody's got to get their tickets for the show. And as a matter of fact, we have 2 more minutes with you, and then we're going to bring out a surprise guest that even you didn't know about.
I know. Who is she?
I don't know. Who is she?
Is she pretty?
She is? I think she's a very attractive young lady. Well, we know it's a woman. I think she's a very attractive. I think she's funny.
Okay.
So anyway, you must, and we're gonna, when we go to break, which we're gonna do right now, we're gonna run a video of Teddy's movie, and you can go to my Facebook pages or anything on Teddy's. We'll let you know. I promise we will let you know when the movie comes out and where you can go and see it, because it's coming out in the movies, right?
In the movie theaters.
It's coming out in the movie theaters. He did a movie and it's coming out in the movie theaters. We're not going to little tiny theaters here and there.
Oh no, big theaters.
Big theater. It's a big. And you're also working on another movie.
Yeah, in a couple of months.
Yeah, we can't talk about that yet.
Yes.
But he'll be back to talk about that. Maybe might be living in a mansion by then.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Maybe like 6 months.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting a mansion. Then I'll have to go there with the whole crew and
with
do
a nice
thing.
pool. Even though I can't swim, but I'm gonna have a pool anyway.
Then he'll be on Jimmy Fallon's show, and you probably will be on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, a lot of people that I interview end up on Jimmy Fallon.
Really?
Yeah, Joey Cola.
Oh, I know Joey.
Yeah, Vic DiPotetto.
Know him too.
Okay, that's just 2 I can pop in my head right now. But there's about 6 that have been on his show.
Oh.
That we're on the Gagootz show.
Gagootz.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right, go ahead. I'm watching the time, Bobby. Go ahead. Go to the commercial and let's see the pictures of the movie.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
Hi, this is Nancy, and if you know Lori, who used to have a store in Islip called the Nook and Cranny, she now has a booth over in Oakdale in the Antiquities, and we will put up the address. She has a ton of stuff, wonderful things, 20% off. Different finds, different things. There's even some Christmas stuff left over. It's amazing how much stuff she has in this little booth. And Lori is sponsoring the show. So we're going to come and do a really nice photography thing here. So it's called Welcome to the little nook. And she's got a lot of stuff in this little nook. I know I have to get this under a minute. So my suggestion is to come right down. The store's got everything. And we're back with my cup that actually has nothing in it. Aha, Fuja. Okay. Fuja. But it looks good, doesn't it? It will have something in it when we come back for the next show. And by the way, our show is every second and fourth Tuesday, twice a month, just so you guys kind of know. But we have a mysterious person sitting over here that wasn't here before. Who is this person?
This is a funny woman I discovered a few years back in this little small smoky club. She was killing it, and I nicknamed her Biscuit.
That's right, Thick Biscuit.
Thick Biscuit. I call her
is not a
Thick Biscuit. She said,
compliment.
"Take the thick off." I said, "All right, Biscuit." But her name is Laura Patton. She's very funny, talented woman. She's going to be big.
Aw, thank you, Teddy. That's very sweet of you.
Laura Patton. She
Aw,
has a
thank you.
show this Friday. Tell her the show.
Oh, yes, my
we're
show.
doing.
So my show, I knew in this game, you know how hard it is to get stage time, and then you bring your friends, and when you bring your friends, sometimes the shows that aren't great shows, and then your friends sort of get mad. So I started doing, there was a bar show this guy was doing, and my husband said, hey, you should put my wife on. She'll do the show. I did it. All my friends came, and then the guy did the show again, and he didn't put me on, and there's nothing I like better than spite or being angry. So I started my own show at a bar in town, and I didn't want to, either everyone in Long Island that's a comic would either all like me or all, so I don't use Long Island comics. I just don't want to piss people off. So it's just best if I pick one, and plus there's plenty of places to see Long Island comics. So I named it Reverse Commute, Patent Pending Production, whatever, I try and be clever. And I started having it at a bar, but it was a hassle because I did like 3 or 4 of them, but I had to buy lights, and it was so much work, and me and my husband would fight, and it was all stressful, and the sound, and James was like, why don't you take it to a Friday in Belmore?
James and Angie are terrific.
Great.
They are terrific.
They've been so great, and I had done my first one. I had Brian Scalero and Tom Eshelman. I did a couple people from the city. It was great. And Rick Chrome, who was my teacher at the Cellar, who I love almost as much as Teddy.
Didn't we meet upstate?
I came to you for a show. I gave you a ride
Right.
home.
She didn't want to give
Poughkeepsie.
me a ride home.
I didn't. But I knew he would live in a bad
She's
neighborhood.
like, comics are so poor, they always need rides.
I knew, and I said,
Now just
oh, he's
shut
going
up
to live
and
in a
just
bad
drive.
neighborhood, and I'm going to be afraid to drive you home. I knew that was going to happen, and it
Yeah.
was both true.
She's very
So-
aggressive, too. She's a very aggressive
They
woman.
both were true. So that's what happened with my show. So Friday, Rick again is the host, who I love. Teddy is my big New York City headliner, which is kind of a modified New York City headliner because we also see him on Long
That's
Island.
not what she say to me when we're alone. She says a lot of nasty, bad
So
stuff.
terrible.
She is hard to get along with.
Oh,
Oh
he
my
jumped
God.
right through me. He goes right to my mother.
I feel so sorry for
does.
her husband.
He does. I
and
feel
her
so sorry
mother.
for you.
Her mother doesn't want me to leave. She's like,
Oh, don't leave. Oh, don't leave.
you gonna leave me here with her?
You know what they do now when I do a show? They're like, my sister's like, you're better when Teddy's in the audience.
I know.
Isn't that terrible? Whatever. So Friday's show.
See her attitude?
Friday's show is Daniel Simonson, who's
Who?
wonderful.
Daniel Simonson.
So good.
Okay.
I haven't here. I
She-
haven't
she's
seen him.
Wonderful.
She's always talking about other comics, and then she
Well, you know what
she
happened?
overdo it. Like they're so good, Teddy.
Oh my God,
they're
God
like
forbid.
perfect.
God forbid I say somebody else is
They're
funny.
making so much money, Teddy.
But I never heard of him.
Daniel,
Daniel.
he's been on Colbert. He's from.
He's been on
I don't mess
Colbert?
with- Yeah, he has his own one-man
See
show.
how she do it? See, he's been on Colbert.
wow.
He's been on
Yes,
this
he's a
show.
one-man show. He's a steady regular at the Comedy Cellar. He's been doing
See that?
comedy.
You hear that?
He is
You
the
hear that?
Norwegian Stephen Wright. He is fucking great. He has a
You're
flat
not supposed to
affect.
curse
He's
on
wonderful.
this show.
I did Norwegian.
No, this show.
That's not a curse.
You cursed
So
just
I
now.
want
Where did I
him in
curse?
You
What
said
did I
the
say?
F word.
I did not.
You did too.
You did not.
I could challenge. You got a challenge
challenge-
flag?
challenge
We need a
flag.
challenge flag. The red flag.
I don't have anything. But we're gonna
Nancy,
have-
I didn't curse.
You did. I heard it.
Yeah, you wish. I
Listen,
fucking
we're not going to
Whatever.
network. Don't worry, you can curse.
You know what? You know why he's upset?
Oh, I've been good all this time, and I could have been cursing.
I'm not allowed to like other comics because if I'm like,
She's
not.
I saw Earthquake. Earthquake was funny. He goes, oh Lord, I'm the only black comic you
Oh,
can like.
Earthquake is so perfect.
Or no, Earthquake's good.
Oh, whatever.
Condoleezza, come on.
Oh, but I
Earthquake's
can't
good.
send her pictures of women.
I don't want to see titties. It's different. If I say a comic is good, it's different than him
I
sending
sent
me
her
titties.
a nice, pretty girl. Don't send me no pictures of these hoes.
Titties.
Titties.
Nancy, I'm too old.
Titties.
So, I'm
See
too old for you to
titties.
talk about other comics.
Well, it's different.
It's not different.
I don't mind seeing titties when they're actually standing up
Yeah,
on
see,
themselves.
I show her
these are
nice
bringing me
young
back
titties.
memories.
Nice young titties.
Please. You ain't going to get them. Whoever's listening,
You don't know what I'm gonna do.
whoever's listening, do not show him the titties.
Oh,
Stop it.
No titties.
after every show, what
no
do they
titties
girls
for
come up to me?
Teddy.
Oh, you know
No
why?
teddy titties.
Tell her,
See,
tell me what happens after every month.
Whatever. He gets
on
all
my
these
shows.
chuckle fuckers, Nancy. It's terrible. All the. You never heard of that?
Yeah.
I don't get hot
She gets
chuckle
like,
fuckers.
"Hi,
She
Teddy."
does.
Do the impression of
She
him.
goes, hi, Teddy. Oh, you're so funny, Teddy. Oh, can I blow you, Teddy? Nancy's
So what
terrible.
is this when you guys go out or at a comedy show? You
This
get
is
Both.
everywhere. No, when we go out.
When
he's
we
a
walk the
wallflower.
street, when we walk the street.
No, when we walk the street, we get in trouble because I'm not allowed to talk to black people. Whatever. If black ladies are mean to
No,
their
because
kids,
she was about
I
to get in this
trouble.
woman's business. I told her, I said, listen, I know you're from Long Island, but in the city, you don't get in people's business.
The lady was dragging her kid by the hand, and she had a perfectly good stroller.
Oh, let me save the little kid. I'm like, you're going to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, you
And
don't
you're
do
gonna
that.
get me in trouble.
I
Yeah,
know.
a black woman sitting there talking to her kid, and she's gonna go, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're not supposed to talk
was
to your
yelling
child."
at him that
I
he
was
was
like,
slow,
"Oh, you
and I
don't
was like,
watch
if you put
enough.
him in the
You don't
stroller,
watch
he won't
enough
be
Karen videos."
Oh, whatever, Karen.
You
and
a
then he gets
Karen.
mad. We go to 7-Eleven, and I open my drink before I
They
pay
have
for it.
7-Eleven in Manhattan?
Yes, there's like 4 of them.
No,
Oh,
we're,
the world
we're,
has
we're in a
changed.
store. You know what she yells? He's stealing!
Oh, shit. No, you
He's
don't.
stealing! All right, bitch, you trying to
I
get me
said-
shot?
I said, check his pockets. Check
Oh,
his pockets.
no, my
Check his pockets.
God.
He's stealing.
I gave you a ride home, door to door. Who else gave you door to door? All these comics, you know, comics 30 years. Who gives you door to door service?
And who takes care of you?
I take care of you.
I take care of you too.
Oh, you drink girl.
I gave him a ride. I picked him up at the train station.
See, Nancy.
Yeah, see that, Nancy?
Now you don't need me.
I don't need you no more.
I'm out.
I got another white
Laura
woman.
Patton will be played by Nancy.
I trade you for this white woman.
You don't even know the difference. You swap us out. That's racist. That's racist. You think we're all the same.
Yeah. No, I didn't say it. I just said
see,
I'm
trade.
trading you. Nancy's better. Nancy's great.
Yeah, let's see now, Nancy. Feed
That's
you for
right.
Thanksgiving. Good, have fun having it
Oh,
at your holidays.
look at the
Nancy.
Well,
jealousy.
listen, I'm done.
You
we
hear
got
the, you hear the
tickets.
envy, the jealousy?
I
right here?
know.
Oh, you coming Friday?
Yes.
You're gonna love. Rick is a delight. Teddy.
There she go again.
Teddy been there,
Rick
done
is
this.
so perfect.
So perfect.
I mean,
This
Teddy-
was on the Colbert Show.
I mean,
Don't
if you
touch
saw
me,
Cedric,
talking about Rick.
if you see Cedric, you saw Mike Epps, you know, you see DC back, then you saw, you know,
Whatever.
Young DC
have.
Young Fly. You've seen Teddy. I mean, the same stuff.
I
But
do
he's like-
not. I am totally different. I am
no, I
unique.
mean, I see
I am
Teddy.
unique.
He's the whitest black comic I ever met.
Oh, that is insulting.
That's a
right there.
compliment.
That is
She said
that ain't
you-
no compliment.
You are the white. You are not urban.
Oh,
you go to
so
urban
if I see
shows-
you, if I see you picking your teeth, oh, you so ghetto. You just
No,
like.
I don't suck my teeth. I
You
pick
do.
my teeth.
You
when
say
we go to
ghetto
urban
shit,
shows,
though.
Nancy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience.
No, go,
Nancy,
they love it.
We are more. I am more urban than Teddy. I really am.
Just because you're dark, that don't mean shit.
No, and he says Sicilian.
That
women-
ain't a real tan.
He said, "Oh, listen, whatever. Black people don't know about spray tans, whatever." And I'm not spray tan.
She got mad at me one time because she was trying to show off and she was so dark. And I said, that's a fucking spray tan. What are you doing telling people that I got a spray tan?
You
Like,
don't
that
even
shit
know.
is
Those
fake.
are 2 words black
You
people
are
don't use:
fake.
spray and tan. Stop it.
Spray tan.
Listen, there's someone else in this room I can ask.
I don't
about
need a spray
She
tan,
know
do
about
I? Look at me.
that. By the way, he was talking about getting a pool and not swimming in it. I witnessed it firsthand. He don't know how to swim. He's like Chris Rock. He sits on the side.
I
of the
sat,
pool.
I sat on the side of the pool, just chilling. I was getting used
Where
to the
did
water.
you tell
yeah.
your mountain man you don't?
This asshole jumps
I
from
did a cannonball.
did a
over his-
cannonball. The wave just took me out the
He
water.
was so scared. He slipped off the. Who doesn't swim? Stop it.
People
You
that
gonna-
just don't swim.
Well,
People that's still alive.
people in Manhattan don't. There's no
I know.
water.
You know Chris Rock over the pandemic. He had a big fat pool. He learned how to swim.
Yes, he did.
So
So you're going to learn like Chris
why
Rock.
do I need to learn to swim? Give me a reason.
I don't know. Well, Chris
Because you
Rock did.
fall off the ferry.
Yeah, what if you fall
I
off?
just won't go on a ferry then.
They have life jackets. You're good.
Oh, and don't ever say Kevin Hart or Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle's funny, by the way, Nancy. Yeah, you should. Thank you.
Yes, you live on an island.
After all this time, his ass come out here now. He was waiting. He was back there waiting.
That's true. You live
You
on
get
an
back
island.
there and do
well,
what you're
you're
supposed
on
to do.
Long Island, but you're in Manhattan,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is also an
Well,
island.
yeah, but
But you
come
don't
on.
go
The
swimming
water's
in
like
that
way
water.
out
But
there.
I will
I am
tell
not going
you-
to touch
You
no
don't go
water.
swimming in that water.
In all honesty, I started comedy at late in my life. I took a class in January 2020, and then the pandemic happened. And then I met a woman, blah, 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 the quickest version. She was doing a show in New Paltz. And I went up. I said, you were so nice to me. I drove up to New Paltz, and I met Teddy.
And she stole me.
Ashley,
she stole
Austin
me away
Morris
from her.
there.
Me and her were good friends until she
Oh,
showed
he's
up.
such a liar.
And she said that to you. She said,
I know,
you
whatever.
stole
Don't
Teddy
matter.
from
You
me.
could have him.
Oh,
We spent
whatever.
the same time.
Whatever,
We
whatever.
fell in love in November
Who did?
2021. Me and Teddy. It's the only platonic.
I
well,
fell in
except
love
for
with him the
Christy.
minute I met him.
I know, but we don't have sex. You tell people I'm too
Yes,
old.
she did. She always trying to
We don't have
smash. She's
sex,
always
no.
trying to smash.
He needs a more freaky. It's not my jam.
And then,
I know people think I blow you for spots, but I do not get good spots from you.
I don't know why they think that.
well, now
Maybe
that
because
you're
I
gonna
blew
be-
you.
Oh, hey! Don't say that.
Well, it's not true.
It's not true. Stop spreading rumors.
my
I
husband.
got a reputation.
He does. It's good. He's a big movie
They're
star
like,
now. Come on. He's
Now,
big-
if a girl say, "Can I blow you?" I go, "No." You go, "Oh, what about that girl on the Gagootz show
You don't
that
even
you
know
blew?"
what a Gagootz is.
Gagootz.
What's a Gagootz?
You.
No.
that was a good answer.
Gagootz is a squash. Thank you very much.
It's a big, giant green squash.
Yes.
We grow them in our backyard.
It's called a snake squash, if you
Really?
knew Gagootz.
Oh.
And sometimes people
Look
are
at
like,
the
oh, you're
arrogance.
Gagootz.
Because I don't know what a Gagootz is.
Well, now you know. Gagootz.
Listen, I'm just happy that it.
Do
he
you know what
said no to
chitlins are?
everybody. He won't go on
Chitlins?
Do you know what
anybody's show.
chitlins are?
Pig's feet.
No,
Except
it's not.
Jimmy Fallon.
Wrong.
It's something from a pig.
Wrong.
Jimmy, if you're out there, Nancy
pig
Rizzuti,
intestines.
I promise you, once the movie comes out and he becomes extremely famous,
I'm
as
not
a
going to talk to
movie
her.
Star, because now he's famous as a headlining comedian, he will be happy to come on your show.
And after I become famous, you will not see me with this woman
Oh,
ever
my
again.
God. He is such a liar. The second
Ever.
he became famous, I will have to go with him everywhere because he's afraid of his own shadow. He'll be like, oh, Laura, keep these people away from me because I'm a celebrity. I'm going to be his, like, Clubber Lang, Mr. T.
So she's
security.
rude. When people want to talk to me after the show, she comes up and pulls me, Teddy, you don't got time for this shit.
Nancy.
That is rude.
He lingers, Nancy.
I do
with
not.
people.
I do
Come on.
not.
Are
He's
you
got-
guys going to go on stage together?
Never.
No, never.
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 Never. I work too urban for him.
I don't even like her.
I don't even like him. I use him to get
You
the
like
spot.
you like two married couple? You like
we
a
are.
married couple?
We are.
Oh.
That's why we're
Really?
not
Yeah,
having
she,
sex.
this is what she says. Oh, we're going to fight today. She likes to fight. She likes to argue.
Do you do that with your
I
husband?
go, hi,
I
Laura.
do.
We're
My
going to
husband
fight
loves when
today.
Teddy's there. My husband's like, oh, better you, Teddy.
Oh, he
than
loves me to take her away. He gets mad when I leave town. He goes, where are you going? For 2 weeks?
I'm with my
I
husband
mean, I
since
gotta-
I'm 20 years
I gotta be
old,
stuck with her for
Nancy.
2 weeks?
That's 35 years with the same guy.
Oh, well, I'm with Benny, 32.
That's a lot. I mean, we dated for 10 because I wasn't sure. Oh, still
10
not.
years and you wasn't sure?
Still not.
Damn. Damn.
I'll be married March next month. I'm married 25
We only
years.
dated 2 months and I got pregnant.
Ooh, you are fast.
Oh, honey, I was 41 when I got pregnant.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn, that's the way to
41.
go.
I had to live a life there before I got pregnant.
Good for you.
Yeah, my son's 30. Wow. And I'll be 72.
You just have the one?
You 72?
You look good, Nancy.
Thanks. No Botox, no nothing.
See, I would
No.
hit that.
But that's what it is. You know, it's
You look
it's your
84.
genes. It's your genes. It's like if your parents looked good when they were this age, you're going to look good.
And my grandma
72.
had a really big forehead, like Uncle Fester, though. She had a big. Her hair started to go. It went back far.
She gonna come
So I'm
back
just
and
worried.
haunt
She had
you.
no wrinkles, but my grandma, and she was tough. She was like, I'll fight like my brothers. And she had the big, like, Popeye arms. Like she should have had a sailor.
So she's like you. You were like her.
Yeah, I guess I was. Oh,
What nationality was she?
Sicilian.
Oh, well, see, Benny's Sicilian, so I'm only Italian by injection.
Oh, you know what that means? You know what that means?
But
gets it in the
my
lady
father
bits.
was
Oh, we
my
don't
father
need to
was
hear all
German and
that.
Jewish, and my mother was Irish Catholic.
Oh, so you
I mean, my mother would be
Jewish
like
and Catholic.
170.
That's hilarious. Jewish
Yeah.
and Catholic.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a mixture.
my father died when I was 5, but my mother's parents were already deceased. But my father's parents, who were Jewish, were still around, so they used to come out to Long Island all the time by train, by Long Island Railroad. So I was raised in both religions,
Yeah.
and both everything. I mean, I got all the
Italian Jews
Hanukkah
are
presents.
kind of the same. I mean, they really are good. I mean, the guilt is a little different, and our food's better. That's really the only difference.
All of it is really the same.
Are they?
I'm better than you.
No, I'm just saying they're warm.
This is the way
They're
to
warm
go.
people. They're warm people. Oh, speaking
Really?
of warm
All religious people are warm
No, I'm
people?
not religious. I didn't say religious. I said Italians and Jews are warm.
They
They're
are?
warm. Yeah, they are.
okay.
You ain't warm.
All right,
You ain't
whatever.
Italian or Jew.
Whatever. You don't know.
What
Well,
nationality are you?
Yeah, what are you, Mutt?
I'm black.
Oh, that's not a
You have a
nationality.
nationality.
I don't know what it is. Your
Did
fault.
you ever do? It's your
I
fault.
don't know
You
what
know,
I don't know what I am because of you people.
Whatever. I brought you on a boat. You should
That's
know where
right.
you came from. Whatever.
Did you ever do Ancestry.com or anything like that?
No, I'm afraid I might find some white in my family.
I
Well,
would.
Sicilians are black.
I got 14% West
Yeah.
African. 14% West African.
Sicilians are
You don't
black,
have no
know.
African in you.
Swear. Oh, I did last night. What? No.
Oh!
14% West African. I'll show you my numbers.
I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it.
You
should
should.
do it.
It's funny that I went to a store and the Indian guy was behind the counter. He's like, "What part of India you from?"
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
look
"I ain't
Indian.
Indian."
You look Indian.
That's what I said. I go, "I ain't Indian." I mean, I ain't mean it like that way.
Oh,
but I
but
was
it was
like,
too
"I'm not
late, you
Indian." He's
did.
like, oh, "You look like." I said, "No, I don't look
You got Indian features.
But he thought I was from India.
You got an Indian nose and you got that Indian soft
What's
curl.
an Indian nose?
You got Indian,
Yeah,
you
what's
got
an
soft
Indian
curl.
nose?
I don't know. I just
Soft
made it up.
I'm like, I don't even know that one. I
Look,
know
you got
Jewish
the soft
nose.
curls. You got the soft curls. Just saying. Soft curls.
When I first met him, he had an afro.
He did. He was like a young Michael Jackson.
Did you
She's
go
so
see that on Broadway?
stupid.
Did you see him? Did you see MC on?
I
on
struggle,
Broadway?
Nancy, with separating the man from the music.
Oh my God! It was fantastic. Was it with the original?
Don't get her
guy?
started with Michael Jackson. We're gonna get on here and argue
Oh, yeah,
because she
yeah,
is so stupid
Whatever.
that
Teddy's
she
also
believes the
on-
bullshit.
Love
Teddy's also
him.
on Team OJ, so we
Oh,
can.
I am not on
discuss
Team
this.
OJ.
He is Team OJ.
That's your
Do
people's
you hear that,
man,
Professor?
black man.
Do you hear that,
There's-
directors?
I don't think there's enough people out there that watch
No,
it
it
doesn't
might
even
OJ.
remember who OJ was or is because
know.
he's not dead.
You used
I
to
mean-
date him.
OJ? No,
Yeah, you
I
like
was not his
dangerous. You
type.
like dangerous black men.
Well,
Yeah.
OJ was a very handsome.
Laura's
black
like, so
man.
you
OJ
kill
was
you kill
delicious.
people?
He was handsome.
You so pretty, OJ.
He had a big ass head though.
Yeah.
OJ, I don't know how they got a helmet to fit that.
They
big
make
motherfucker.
special helmets for people with big
Yeah,
heads.
cause he had one of them big
Yeah.
special.
Speaking of big heads, I
Football.
just saw Madonna last night.
Oh, did you?
Madonna has a big head.
Was she fantastic?
Fantastic.
Isn't she like? She's like 70 something, right?
She was born in
76.
58.
S-
So was she born in
58?
58? So she'll be what, 66?
So y'all
I
the
thought
same
she was gonna
age.
be, I think she's 77.
No, 60.
So you and her the same age?
Yeah, and your mom.
68.
Don't you talk about my mama.
68.
She was very good.
She's
she looked
fantastic. I love
phenomenal.
Madonna.
What songs did she sing?
A
I
lot.
love Madonna.
A
All
lot.
white people
I don't
songs.
remember that song a
Yeah,
lot.
you wouldn't know it. It was good. Like one, she did old stuff like Everybody.
Hey, listen,
and
we're
stuff.
down to the
we're
clock
done.
here,
Yeah,
so
it's Nancy's show. We'll
Let's
stop.
plug in. No, I love this.
Oh, Reverse Commute Friday. Reverse Commute, get it. Get your tickets. Buy online.
And you can
Go
see
to-
Laura at the library.
I didn't know I was coming on the show. I came to be nice. I came from a food pantry, and I wanted to meet Nancy.
You look
so-
like a straight A student.
So, anyway, you got to get tickets for January 26th.
Yes.
Governor's Comedy Club in
The Brokerage.
in Belmore. All right. Go online at govs.com and buy tickets today. I'm going to be there. Benny's going to be there. We'll say hello. Maybe you'll come on the show as a guest. Right now, we're booked till April, but that's fine. We'll get you on. We can put you on the wait list, too. All right. Good night, everybody, and thanks for
Aw,
watching,
thanks,
everybody.
Nancy. Bye.
Good night. We love you.